Galaxy Knights signing in. Thank you so much for coming to my replay. I am actually not human. I'm a Protoss Zealot trapped on an orbital command in the nether reaches of space. And the only connection I have to my home race is watching Starcraft 2 replays all day. Welcome. This is another Galaxy cast, and this cast is dedicated to Blizzard. They are awesome. In one of my previous games, I was kind of ranting on Blizzard for not doing a good job with their 1.1 patch. Because old replays, like this one is from August, so it's definitely old, pre-patch would freeze up. So here we go, MysticPrime as Zerg on Metalopolis, spawning up here, and a Protoss player, Ace. He's Ace, spawning down on the bottom. This is a Korean matchup. Oops, gotta adjust that sound. And again, thanks so much for tuning in. We have an Overlord scouting to the right. To see maybe he'll be here, which would be cool. But he's not. He's down here, so it's going to be a longer rush distance. That will give Zerg, of course, doing a little extractor trick. Now, since Protoss is farther away, it's going to make it so that Zerg can easily expand away from his enemy. For example, if Protoss was here on the left side, it would make it harder for Zerg to expand because Zerg would be at his front door here, which is right where his third expansion is. So we'll see if that comes into play. So again, this game is dedicated to you, Blizzard, for doing such a good job of fixing the game. They fixed a couple other things. Check out this probe here. You can't see me click on it, but there was a little trick where you could press return cargo, and notice how there's a little delay. Okay, watch this probe right here. Okay, he stops, the probe stops, and then returns the minerals. See, he stops for like a split second. So there was a trick where you could, okay, a drone attacking the Nexus. Good job. Anyway, yeah, he would, where you could, if you press return cargo over here, then that delay wouldn't be there. So players were like spamming. They were like, return cargo, and they were getting a return of 7% minerals. Fast expansion going down for Zerg, and a spawning pool on 15. Looks like it was probably actually 14 when this started, and a gateway in Cybercore going up, blocking the ramp for Mr. Ace. So they fixed that. They also fixed a bug where Ultralisks would like attack a Nexus or Command Center. And if the Ultralisk was here, and the probes were here, or let's say the SCVs were around on the bottom and right side repairing, the Ultralisk, although its arms wouldn't reach, it would kill all the SCVs. So they fixed that, and a couple other things. And they fixed the replays. Yay! I like this harassment. One probe and a Zealot harassing the entire mineral line, taking advantage of the fact that he fast expanded and had no Zerglings. Very cool. Go Zealots. Drones blocking the ramp and making mincemeat of the Zealots, but we have 3 kills for one, and I didn't get the chance to see the other one. Zerglings finally out, and we have MysticPrime building a spine crawler. Overlords surrounding Ace's base. This Overlord placement here is probably in order to see if drops come. You can easily harass along the left side here and around to the natural. Okay, meanwhile, Ace is chrono boosting the gateway and warp gate technology. Zerglings doing a little harassment but can't get up through the ramp. And meanwhile, we have Mystic, while he's attacking with these Zerglings, is pumping drones and making a queen. That queen is... I like how his rally point is right behind the spine crawler. This Overlord just chilling here. Queen very low on energy and spawning creep tumors. Okay, now we have Zerglings moving across the map, splitting them up. Probably looking for, I'm guessing, looking for proxy pylons, possibly. Will the harassment continue from our friend Ace? He could. Mystic is very, very low on units. He only has two Zerglings and a Spine Crawler and 1 Queen. And oh wait, no, this is his unit. He has 7 Zerglings and 1 Queen. He could have built like a pylon here. I think, see how these Zerglings are looking behind this Mink statue? Ace could have built a pylon here and just warped in units and continued to harass. But instead, he's just macroing up, building a pylon down here, and building a Phoenix. This Phoenix will be revealed right away as it picks off this Overlord. And I love how MysticPrime is just scouting everywhere with these Zerglings, making full use of them, checking for proxy pylons. And his Overlord placement is very good, although he did lose 1 Overlord. He might want to move this one a bit away, since he knows there are Phoenixes. So 1 Phoenix going to scout out the base of Zerg. Notice that these Zerglings have taken control of the watchtowers. We have 17 Zerglings on the map, so only Zerglings and Queens for MysticPrime. He sees an evolution chamber and spawning pool and of course Queen. With the early lead he took, you'll notice that Protoss has 31 probes and the Zerg has 24 drones. He decides, rather than continuing the aggression and going for an all-in, he decides to just take an expansion and go for an economic lead, which is a very good, safe play. Putting down a forge and robotics facility. So this is an interesting build with 3 warp gates, a Stargate. I don't see any more Phoenixes coming. A forge and robo facility. Will this forge be for upgrades or cannons? We shall find out. Meanwhile, Zerg is continuing to spread his creep very well, building more spine crawlers, and looks like Mystic is finally getting Zergling speed. Finally, he's been pumping drones like crazy. We'll see. He's not quite catching up with our Protoss buddy, though. This Overlord being tenacious. This Phoenix being tenacious about scouting for Overlords, and notice Mystic has moved his Overlord out of the way. And this probe is chilling out here. You'll notice that the money is very low. Gas is a bit high. 67 over 84. He's been good with building his pylons. He's not going to be supply blocked anytime soon. And I don't see what his plan is yet. He's just amassing warp gate units. He's building a robotics base, so that obviously denotes a Colossus. No more. I wonder if that Phoenix he'd be only intended to build 1 Phoenix for scouting. If you want to build a Phoenix for scouting, I recommend researching hallucination at the Cybercore. If you don't intend to use the Stargate at all, but we'll see. Maybe he does have a plan for it later on in the game. And finally, a 3rd hatchery going down for MysticPrime. This probe is chilling here at one of his expansions, and a Zergling could actually take this probe out, but is just looking around the map. If you look at the mini-map, this Phoenix is lifting up the Zergling, but the Phoenix can't do anything except he's like, I want to spend my energy no matter what. Oh, but what it did allow him to do, that was actually pretty cool. He picked up the Zergling, and during that time when the Zergling was airborne, Mystic couldn't see this. He lost control of that tower, and he could not see the army come. So that was cool. Otherwise, he would have been able to run this Zergling away, and that Zergling would not have died because he would have seen his army coming. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm not a high-level player, so that kind of move is beyond me. How, like, 1 Zergling could actually make a difference, I don't know. But here we have another Zergling going to control the tower. And, I do like this Phoenix, which is just scouting around. Besides just a few Queens, I don't see any anti-air. It looks like Roaches are coming with Roaching Reconstitution, which it just kind of I want to make sure. I was going to say that's for roach speed, but I want to make sure okay, what that upgrade does. I'm pretty sure that means roach speed. A spore crawler, one spore crawler in his natural for the Zerg and main, and a push coming from Mystic. I'm interested to see how he top level players like Mystic, they know that you can't just do 1A, like 1A attack. You have to kind of choose where to. Oh, you'll notice that the thermal lance upgrade is complete. You have to choose where you want to make your encounter. He decides he opted not to go in there. He saw the pylon being built, and Protos's army was just right here at the door. So right now, I think that, oh gosh, I love this creep spread. It's very, very good. And this pylon here,